Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? We're going to have the drum corps for Enos Adams and Francis Letsom. They're going to give us some selections or a selection, and then we will be moving towards our closing ceremony. So gather around as we welcome our drum corps under the direction of Mr. Huggins. And that's the drum corps under the direction of Mr. Huggins. One more round of applause for them. Awesome, awesome. All right, we will be moving to the announcements of awards. And we will be calling Mrs. Keynes to the podium along with the Minister for Education and our Chief Education Officer so that we can make those presentations. Mrs. Keynes.
right. We are ready now. We are ready to begin. No. Minister of Education, Youth Affairs and Sports, Honorable Sharidi Castro. Chief Education Officer, Mrs. Deputy Chief Education Officer, Mrs. Haida Selwood. Fellow education officers, principals, teachers, students, well-wishers, good afternoon. Special thanks to the Minister, Honorable De Castro, Dr. Potter, the Permanent Secretary, and the entire Ministry of Education, Youth Affairs and Sports, especially the Accounts Unit, for their continued support during this journey. Thanks to the awesome education team, Mrs. Orlando Crabb, Mrs. Selwood, Ms. Carlwood, Mrs. Solomon, Mrs. George Harris, Ms. Bertie, Mr. Selwood, Ms. Janet Smith, Ms. Hodge, Mr. Selwood, Ms. Martin, Ms. George, Ms. Williams, and Ms. Welch. To our sponsors, we have to say a big thank you. Firstly, I must acknowledge our platinum sponsors, Guana Fund, Seven Seas, Water, BVI, Unite BVI, Hannies, and Oil Nut B. Give them a round of applause, please. We honestly couldn't pull off this massive event without them. Special thanks to Miss Noni Georges for her donation in memory of her mom, Mrs. Rita Georges. Thanks for everything you do behind and in front the scenes. Okay, thanks. IceMat, Drake's Traders, Infinite Solutions, Republic Bank, CCT, NNM for the tables, Elton Leonard, One Stop Mall, New Horizon Ferry, Virgin Gorda Transport, ENA Catering, ESHS Rams Media, 284 Media, Rotary, Land and Sea Power Services, BVI Pet Services, as well as the robotics classes of ESHS. ESHS Band and Choir, Brigade of Flax Primary and Secondary, Robinson O'Neill, and Ines Adams Primary, we thank you for your renditions today. Mr. Freeman, thank you for your sound system. Ms. Emmeline for preparing and giving us access to the gym. Trevon Penn for giving us access to his turtles and fishes that we have out front. The businesses that understood my vision and came out today, I say a big thank you to Green VI, Seven Seas, Public Works, DDM, BVI Electricity Corporation, Beyond the Reef, and Town and Country Planning. Special thanks to the team of Wendy Kelsick, BSW for decorating the gym. We appreciate you. Mr. Cletus McTavius and crew at Creative Arts, thank you for the banner and backdrop. Special thanks to the ESHS Steel Pan for setting the tone this morning. Thanks to Mr. Crawford and Mrs. Waterman Steele, the entire music department, thank you. Thanks to Mr. Nathan McLean for bringing the pans this morning. Thanks to EAPS Drum Corps as well. I would personally like to thank the Lions Club for assisting monitoring the students. I thank the judges. I am truly pleased with the outcome. We're going to hear that just now. They were spearheaded by Mrs. Stephanie Ross Penn, who is our chief judge. Thanks, Mrs. Penn, for your dedication and service in making this fair a success. It truly was a pleasure working with you. I thank the schools who participated, those who made sure that they sent at least one project to be graded. Thanks to the teachers and the parents who worked with the children to get them ready for this week. We will be uploading all the results for each category in the near future, God willing, so you will see how your school did on our website. Thanks again to everyone. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, I can boldly say that we are pleased with how things went these past few days, and if I forgot anyone, I am asking for your pardon from early. It was just too many supporters. But before I take my seat, I would like to publicly thank my partner in crime, my MacGyver, Handy Manny, and Mr. Jack of all trades, Mr. Theodore John. Let's give him a big round of applause, please. Thank you, Mr. John. And I will now call on Mr. Kevon Smith, and then the Honorable, who would give their congratulatory remarks, followed by Mrs. Crabb. Representative from Seven Seas.
Good afternoon. My name is Kevon Smith. I am a graduate. Well, a former graduate. It feels like it was yesterday sometimes, but I am a former graduate of 5 Science of the British Virgin Islands High School. I hold a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering as well as another bachelor's degree in applied chemistry. I am convinced that STEAM education is essential, and it is an extreme component to maintain the high quality of life in the British Virgin Islands. I am fortunate to work for a company that believes so strongly in the mission of the National Science Fair. Today, I am here representing the Seven Seas Water Group, in particular, Seven Seas BVI, in my capacity as the plant manager. Our company operates a desalination plant at Paraquita Bay. This is the second largest industrial facility in the Virgin Islands. The Paraquita Bay desalination plant utilizes reverse osmosis to process over 5 million gallons of seawater daily to deliver over 2.5 million gallons of fresh water to the people of the BVI. Seven Seas is proud to have been a sponsor of this science fair for 3 years running. To date, we have contributed in excess of $20,000, not only in cash, but also in kind support, in sponsorship, in terms of volunteers. I myself am a former winner of this science fair. Miss Western at the time was my teacher. And we understand, not only as a company, but as an individual, the type of excellence that she looks forward to each year at this fair. Our team is extremely proud to have been among the first sponsors, and we remain committed to this sponsorship. I congratulate all the participants for a job well done and for inspiring your peers to aspire to be here and be among the participants in the future. I am particularly pleased to announce the Seven Seas Prize for the Best Water Science Project. Now, I was also a judge, but I was not the one choosing this prize. What we did was we allowed all the judges to score, and the highest scoring water project is the one that won. So, from the primary school level, the project that won this prize is entitled, "What Are We Really Drinking?" This was by Daria Donovan and Brielle Williams of the Ebenezer Thomas Primary School. Shift this way. And then fold it, middle. And from the secondary level, we had dissolved oxygen as a marine pollutant indicator by Zara Pasco from Cedar School. We invite both students, parents, and teachers to attend the plant at Paraquita Bay on March 21st in recognition of World Water Day to receive your additional prizes. Again, 7 Seas is happy to support this event alongside the Rotary Club of Rotown, and we guarantee that we will continue to sponsor in the years to come. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me say that one more time. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, and I am happy to be here with you today. Let me take this opportunity. I see my permanent secretary, Dr. Marcia Potter, and my deputy secretary, Mr. Claude Kettle, in the audience. Of course, the chief education officer, Mrs. Crabb, and the deputy chief education officer, Mrs. Haida Selwood, all education officers, principals, teachers, companies that are present, the media. Once again, good afternoon. I just want to take this opportunity to really congratulate all the participants of the 2025 National Science Fair. I had the opportunity to walk around. I didn't make it to everybody, but I really want to say that the Virgin Islands education system is moving full steam ahead. The children, the students were extremely articulate in explaining their project, the why they chose to do these projects. And I was particularly impressed by how the students are considering our environment, our challenges, and seeking to come up with solutions to ultimately benefit our entire territory. I believe it is safe to say that we have some young innovators, engineers, creatives, and I'm truly, truly proud of all of you. I want to thank the teachers and the principals and the parents who would have assisted in building and putting the project together. But overall, I know that we have to give some top prizes, but I am extremely pleased with the level of every single project that is in this room. Parents and supporters, please give the young people a round of applause for their amazing work. I want to end by recognizing one final group of students, and we speak a lot about inclusion, but I want you to help me recognize the students and the teacher from the Eslyn Henley Rochelle Learning Center. Please give them a round of applause. They're here, they're engaged, and it speaks to the reality that as a ministry, we are ensuring that inclusion happens and our children have the opportunity to engage and also to show forth their skills, because we know that they have extraordinary abilities. Ladies and gentlemen, I will bring on the CEO to give the announcements of the awards, but I want to say once again, thank you for participating, and you are all winners, but the top prize is congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you. Want me to stay close? Stay close, right? Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I wish to adopt the protocol already established. My job this afternoon is the best job, and that is to give you your results. But before I do, The 2025 National Science and Innovation Fair saw 32 schools participating, 100 primary school projects, 64 secondary school projects, and 15 art pieces. That deserves a round of applause. This year, we introduced new award categories, and we are delighted to present the winners of those new award categories. You would be the first ever to win these awards as part of the National Science and Innovation Fair. First, we're going to give those awards out first. These awards, the projects were not grouped by category, allowing for a selection of outstanding winners across both primary and secondary levels. So if you won this category, if you won one of these special awards, you had the highest score across primary and secondary. These recipients represent the best of the best. And I will begin with the Best Speaker Award, which goes to Miss Renaissance Campbell from Imagination Academy. And her motto was called, How Hydroponics Helps Our School Garden. These awards, these special awards, are sponsored by Harney's, and we want to thank our partners for assisting us with these donations. Miss Renaissance Campbell from Imagination Academy. Please give her a hand as she comes. Step.
So tiny and you are the police speaker. You open the picture.
Excellent. Give her a big hand. The most innovative project. This special award is presented to Miss Juliana Faulkner from the Claudia Creaky Educational Center. And her project was called the Self-Sustainable School. Miss Juliana Faulkner. Give her a hand as she comes, guys. I'm not hearing enough clapping. There she is.
Good job.
Next we have the Rising Star Award. This is for the Promising Young Scientists. This award is presented to Mr. Malachi Thomas of the BVI Seventh-day Adventist Secondary School. And his project was called the Cistern Water Level Indicator. Mr. Malachi Thomas. Give him a hand as he comes, please. And next we have the Judge's Choice Award, which is self-explanatory. And that award goes to Mr. Jason Johnny from the Francis Letsom Primary School. And his project was called the Mini Pro Recycle. Again, these special awards and prizes are sponsored by Harney's. Mr. Jason Johnny. Give him a hand. Mr. Jason Johnny is a veteran winner at the National Science Fair. Next we have the Best Display. The Best Visual Display goes to Mr. Ryson Adams from the Elmore Stout High School, a community powered by wind and solar energy. Mr. Ryson Adams. Next we have the Community Impact Award, which goes to Brielle Emmanuel and Rodney Prince from the Pelican Gate Primary School. Their project was the Rooftop Garden. Give them a hand, please. Yeah. Congratulations. So we're going to go into our top awards or top winners. At the primary level, we want to acknowledge the students who would have ranked from 6th to 10th place. So if you hear your name now, don't come. We want to acknowledge those of you who would have ranked between 6th and 10th place. So I'm going to start in 10th place at primary. We have Piper Baylor and Devon Mellor. Give them a hand, please. In 9th place, we have Anaya Maduru. In 8th place, Miss Amia Chang. In 7th place, Haven Myers and Alyssa Pinkney. And in 6th place, Juliana Faulkner. Ranking 5th. Now, when you hear your name now, you can come and receive your prize. Ranking 5th in the primary, this is upper primary. Yes, this was upper primary. Ranking 5th in the upper primary model division, yes, is Mr. Trikyron Martin from the Enos Adams Primary School. Smile. In 4th place, we have Miss Delilah Pease and Arthur Goldstein from Cedar International School. That's the upper primary model division. Go closer. In 3rd place, we have Miss Tiana De Silva of the Joy Samuel Primary School. 3rd place. This is the upper primary model division. And in 2nd place, hailing from the Ebenezer Thomas Primary School, Mr. Sequoy Fraser. And the first place winner of the 2025 National Science and Innovation Fair for the upper primary division for models is Mr. Jason Johnny from the Francis Ledsam Primary School. This is a three-peat for Mr. Johnny. Please give him a hand as he comes.
How are you?
All right, so I skipped over lower primary earlier, so please forgive me. So we'll do the lower primary models now. You should have been first. And I'll start by acknowledging those students who placed between 6th and 10th place. And I'll give you the 10th place winner, Miss Ryan Adams and Carrie Adams. They were 10th place. So when you hear your name, don't come. We're just calling you so you can be acknowledged. In 9th place, Kareem Perry and Kia Monet Stevens. In 8th place, Kimani Smith and Alicia McDonald. I want to point out that these students, Kimani Smith and Alicia McDonald, are from the Eslin Henley School. Guys, forgive me, the schools aren't here, but I know those two students by name. In 7th place, Miss Alicia Pope and Alika George. In 6th place, Claire Thomas and Tanik Amsterdam. All right, so I'm calling from 5th place now. When you hear your name, please come. In 5th place for the lower primary model division is Miss Azani Reimer and Afaya Roberts from the Brigado Flax Educational Center. Please come. Lower primary, 5th place. Give them a hand as they come, please.
Hold this for me. Hold this. And then let's take a picture. This is what you're ready. Just look at the camera. Up.
In 4th place for the lower primary model division, we have Nelia Charles and Dion Stevens II from Enid Scatliff Pre-Primary School. In 3rd place for the lower primary model division, we have Leah Green and Aria Foy from the Enos Adams Primary School. In 2nd place in the lower primary model division is Miss Renaissance Campbell from Imagination Academy. Miss, there she is. Taking the top spot in the lower primary model division, coming 1st place from the Willard Wheatley Primary School, Mr. Deontay Matthew. Teachers and parents, you would note that we have a certificate in the envelopes. Last year we found a lot of envelopes after everybody went home, and so the envelopes, the actual prize will be sent to the schools for safekeeping. So you will receive those next week. So we're moving on to the experiments, and we're going to start with the lower primary division. And again, we will call for acknowledgement, the students or pairs who would have placed between 6th and 10th. And I'll start with 10th place, Kenaya Fraser and Sarah Bihari, plastic yarn jewelry from Ebenezer Thomas. Amaya Miller and Onika Stevens, Heron's Fountain from Willard Wheatley Primary School. In 8th place, Layla Reimer and Khalil Bell, the lava lamp from Ivan Dawson. In 7th place, Lauren Harrigan and Vashon Deming, turning waste paper into new paper, a sustainable recycling process from the Robinson O'Neill Memorial Primary School. And in 6th place, Letitia Donovan and Chloe Fred, clean water after a hurricane from the Leonora Delville Primary School. And in 5th place, please come when you hear your name, Mr. William Penn Jr. and Enid Fraser, perpetual motion infinity fan from the Little Rainbow School. Mr. William Penn Jr. and Enid Fraser from the Little Rainbow School, perpetual motion infinity fan. Are they here? And that is our 5th place winner in the lower primary experiment division. I don't see them coming. So we're going to move on. In 4th place, from the Leonora Delville Primary School, Miss Malia Brathwaite, investigating the impact of car emissions in the British Virgin Islands. This is the lower primary experiment division. Come, Miss Brathwaite. Malia Brathwaite. Congratulations. In 3rd place, from the Joyce Samuel Primary School, Azanik Jessup and David Todman, recycling face-off, stingers for the planet. This is the lower primary experiment division. Secondary, we're coming to you. We are getting to you. We're almost there. All right. And in 2nd place in the lower primary experiment division, Miss Aria Herbert and Shakayla Samuel, charging to greener pastures from the Ebenezer Thomas Primary School. Miss Aria Herbert and Shakayla Samuel. All right. And taking the top spot in the lower primary experiment division, coming all the way from the Alexandrina Maduro Primary School, Mr. Bryson Varlak and Nael Ward, sustainable lava lamps. Mr. Bryson Varlak and Nael Ward. Give them a hand as they come. These are the 1st place winners for the lower primary experiment division. The Alexandrina Maduro Primary School. Guide them up. So this, good job. Thank you. Give them a hand. This is our final primary division, and that's the upper primary experiment division. And we're going to start in 10th place with Ms. Zaya Smith and Soraya Smith, the effect of different types of soil on seed germination from Agape. Please give them a hand. Please don't come. We're just acknowledging our 10th to 6th place winners. In 9th place from the St. George's Primary School, Braden Brody and Kiara Carrick cherish practical ways to minimize soil erosion. And in 8th place, with what is the effect of different colored lights on plant growth, Soraya Collins and Xavier Smith. In 7th place, Jana Kaid and Rima Rajmangal from Cedar School, Trash to Gas. And in 6th place, Kadia Glasgow and Selena Brathwaite, The Art of Sound Waves from Eunice Adams Primary School. And in 5th place, we have Bristlebot by Malvern Barry and Renard Rollins from the Agape Total Life Academy. That's 5th place. Please come and receive your prize. In 4th place, we have Mr. Brandon Barker and Jaden Cameron from the Joyce Samuel Primary School with natural versus petroleum plastics. In 3rd place, with Breathing Green, Miss Rain Boncampa, and Sashane Hamilton from the Leonora Delville Primary School. And that's 3rd place in the Upper Primary Experiment Division. All right, and now in 2nd place, with What Are We Really Drinking, Miss Daria Donovan and Brielle Williams from the Ebenezer Thomas Primary School. We're almost to secondary, guys. Secondary students waiting patiently. All right, and taking the top spot in the Upper Primary Experiment Division is Miss Asia Erickson and Ijane Farrington, Sustainable Pothole Repair from the Leonora Delville Primary School. So we're going to start with the secondary art. We have art on display as part of the competition as well. So we'll start with the lower secondary art, and I'll acknowledge the students in 4th and 5th place. Don't come, we're just calling your name so you can be acknowledged. We have in 5th place Miss Michaelia Fergus from the Brigado Flax Educational Center. And also from the Brigado Flax Educational Center, Miss Shane and Chin. And let me just go ahead and say all the winners from the lower secondary category for art are from the Brigado Flax Educational Center. In 3rd place, we have Gabriela Sigant and Jeshia Esprit. In 3rd place, please come forward. Come forward, 3rd place winners. Give them a hand as they come. She said she wants to cry. We want to catch you live on TV crying. Congratulations, young lady. In second place, Miss Azaria George from Brigado Flax Educational Center. This is the art category, lower secondary. And the first place winner for this category is Miss Jocelyn Walters, also from the Brigado Flax Educational Center. All right, in upper secondary, again, we'll start with fourth and fifth place, just to acknowledge those persons who place. Mr. Amai Nibs from the Elmore Stout High School in fifth place, and Miss Kiana Sweeney, also from the Elmore Stout High School in fourth place. Give them a hand, please. In third place, we have Miss Brielle Penton, also from the Elmore Stout High School. This is the upper secondary art division. Brielle, are you here? In second place, we have Miss Crisania Diaz, also from the Elmore Stout High School. Miss Diaz is coming. That's the second place winner for upper secondary art. Congratulations. And taking the top spot in the upper secondary art category are Jolie De Freitas and Kai Janique Hendrickson from the Brigado Flax Educational Center. I don't think there's anybody left at BFEC campus today. Everybody is here at the science fair. Congratulations, BFEC. All right, we're on to the models. In the model category in lower secondary, again, we will recognize the fourth and fifth place winners. And they are in fifth place, Miss Nalani, sorry, I keep saying Miss and I'm not sure, so I need to stop. Nalani Ashton in fifth place and Miles Penn. Please give them a hand. And please forgive me because I don't have any schools listed, so I can't call the school. In third place for the model, Lily Carey. She's not here. Is that Cedar? Yes? And she's from Cedar School. In second place, for the model category for lower secondary, we have Michaela Jack and Chloe Cameron. Michaela Jack and Chloe Cameron from the Elmore Stout High School. Please give them a hand. And in first place in the secondary model category for the lower secondary model category is Mr. Ryson Adams. In the upper secondary category, we'll acknowledge the fourth and fifth place winners. In fifth place, Miss Carissa Scatliff from the Elmore Stout High School. And in fourth place, Waynella Moore and Jonette Smith from the Brigado Flax Educational Center. In third place, so if you hear your name, please come forward, Miss Gabrielle Olatunji from the Elmore Stout High School. Please give her a hand as she comes. And in second place, in the upper secondary model division, Miss Tayeja Cameron and Mario Carter from the Elmore Stout High School. And taking the top spot in the upper secondary model category is Miss Eva Carey from Cedar International School. She's not here either, thank you. She's not here, but we'll acknowledge her. Give her a big hand. She's the first place winner in the upper secondary model division. And so now we're moving on to the upper secondary experiments division. The secondary experiments, and we'll start with lower secondary. In fifth place, Nayeja Vanterpool and Justin Potter from the Claudia Creaky Educational Center. And in fourth place, Ariana Irons and Thalia Williams from BVI 7th-day Adventist School. This is the lower secondary experiment category. These are the fourth and fifth place winners. So now third place, when you hear your name, please come forward. Miss Kemila Moses and Lanika Hutchinson, also from the BVI 7th-day Adventist School. In second place in the lower secondary experiment division, Miss Amara Ugu of the Brigado Flax Educational Center. It's Amara Ugu and Joanna Cooper of Brigado Flax Educational Center. Please give them a hand. Taking the top spot in the lower secondary experiment division is Mr. Malachi Thomas of the BVI 7th-day Adventist School. Upper secondary experiment division. In fifth place, we have Anaya Thomas and Brenique Dean. Give them a hand. From the Virgin Islands School of Technical Studies. In fourth place, Caleb Stout from the Elmore Stout High School. In third place, Jaden Kwashi and Shania Kanai from the Brigado Flax Educational Center. Please give them a hand as they come. And in second place in the upper secondary experiment division is Jean Barnwell and Kalima Jeffers from the BVI Seventh-day Adventist School. And taking the top spot in the upper secondary experiment division is Miss Zara Pasco of Cedar International School. That's our first place winner in the upper secondary experiments division. And I just want to point out that all the science awards, all the awards that we just gave out were sponsored by Guana Fund. So we have 4 final prizes to give out. And that is Top Student Award and then Top School Award. Both categories are divided into primary and secondary. For the top student, at the primary division is none other than our three-peat winner, Mr. Jason Johnny from the Francis Lettsome Primary School for primary. These awards are sponsored by Harneys, and it is presented to the student who received the highest score in their division, Mr. Jason Johnny. And these awards are sponsored by Harneys and iSmart. Thank you. And the top student award in the secondary category goes to Miss Eva Carey from Cedar International School. She would have received the highest score in her division. She's not here, but we will acknowledge her, Miss Eva Carey. And now on to the top school award. The top school awards are sponsored by Harneys, Drake Traders, and Infinite Solutions. And the awards are presented to the school who received the most points. Now, for the listening audience, I want you to know that each school had a cap as to the number of projects they could submit. At the primary school, they were capped out at 4 projects per school, and for secondary, it was 16. So the school who received the most points overall in the primary division of all primary schools is none other than Joyce Samuel Primary School, who amassed 1,064 points. Please come, Joyce Samuel Primary School. Taking the top spot, the top school award for the secondary division. Again, this award is sponsored by Harneys, Drake Traders, and Infinite Solutions, is the Elmore Stout High School with 3,000 points. Please come, students from the Elmore Stout High School, and collect the top school prize. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the 2025 National Science and Innovation Fair. We thank you for participating. We thank the viewing audience for listening. We have one more prize that will be given out tomorrow. That's the People's Choice Award, where visitors to the fair get to vote for their favorite project. So we will make that announcement tomorrow. Thank you. Please come out tomorrow to view the projects. They will be on display right here at the Multipurpose Sports Complex. Students, teachers, principals, we thank you for your participation. Please get home safely.